All right, we're back here on SportsLine 737-7767. If you'd like to get in on the program, phone line's open here. Preds gave up a couple goals in the second period to the Stars. Now things are getting a little chippy. The captain, Paul Gostad, both throwing down the mitts with guys, getting in fights, trying to fire up the home team. As we mentioned, oddly, home ice has been a disadvantage for the Preds lately. So good for so long in Smashville over the years, but now they've lost 5 of their last 7 at Bridgestone Arena, taking on a first-place team tonight. Certainly a difficult ask, but they need to figure out a way to get some of these points at home. You got to win home games in the National Hockey League if you want to be a playoff team. The Preds have created a little bit of separation for themselves, in the sense that Minnesota, who fired Mike Yao over the weekend, their head coach, has lost 13 of 14 games. And so when you look at the Preds in the standings right now, they've got a 5-point cushion on any of those teams. The Wild, the Canucks, some of the other teams in the Pacific Division are behind them and fighting for that final playoff spot, final wild card spot, and they're only a point back of Colorado with 3 games in hand. So the Preds in good playoff position at the moment, but obviously anytime you're hanging around in that final playoff position, you're thinking 2 things. 1, secure the spot, make sure you get into the playoffs, and 2, let's try to improve the spot. Because right now, if you're in that final playoff position, that means you're playing the Stars, the team you're playing tonight, and having some troubles with in the second period in the first round of the playoffs. A couple days ago, before they went on a slump, that meant you're facing the Chicago Blackhawks again, the Stanley Cup champs and the team that ousted you last year. So it would be nice to get hot, and in order for that to happen, the Preds really need to win at home. Let's go to the phones here. Again, number 737-7767. Courtney, who we got? Marty, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. What's up, Marty?
I want to talk a little bit about Vanderbilt women. What's going on with them? They lost 5-6 games in a row. I watched them the other night play. I can't think of who they played Kentucky yesterday. They need to start taking that ball to the basket, man. That girl Rachel Bell needs to step up. She's too tentative, man. Let's take the ball to the goal. Don't be holding the ball out there. Shoot the ball. You're going to drive the ball, you're going to shoot it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, Marty, I appreciate the call. No question. There's some real concerns about Vanderbilt right now. They've got a couple talented kids over there, but they just have not been able to string any level of consistency on the women's side, much like the men's team has struggled, at least until last week, to have consistent play. It's been a frustrating year for women's basketball fans all around here because obviously Vanderbilt not having the year that they would like for Melanie Balcom and her squad. And Holly Warlick appears to be very much on the hot seat in Tennessee, whether they'll admit to it or not. I mean, this is a Tennessee team that's 15-9 right now. Think about that, 15-9. Tennessee Lady Vols basketball. That's just not acceptable there. Their standards are much higher than that. And I don't think all of this goes on Holly Warlick, and certainly she inherited a very difficult position. You're taking over for a legend, and what's the old saying? You never want to be the one to replace the legend. You want to be the one to replace the one who replaces the legend. Well, that's kind of the position for Holly Warlick right now, because by any normal measures, the success she has had has been very good, just short of the Final Four and national championship standards that Pat Summitt had laid down as the norm in Knoxville and on Rocky Top. And so that's the struggle here is Holly Warlick has been a very successful college basketball coach, but she's trying to do it at the program that has set the standard for women's college basketball programs. And since she's taken over, what we've seen is Tennessee continue to falter and struggle, barely in the top 25, 15-9 this year. And meanwhile, sort of the arch nemesis, Gino Auriemma and UConn just continue to rack up the championships and the wins. The winning streak right now is incredible once again. All of that piles up, and that's why the seat is getting very warm for Holly Warlick on Rocky Top. Got to take our final break. We'll come back, wrap things up after this.